Hi guys. Okay, so I wanted to make this video, and I know it's the last video in your training, but I want to give you like a really good send off, and I want to tell you a little bit about what to expect truly with this business and how to really be successful. Like, what does it really take to be successful? So first of all, if you've probably seen some of my videos since you just went through this training, but I also wanted to introduce myself just in case you don't know me. My name is Shanna Alexander, and I'm a triple diamond with It Works, and I might be your upline if you're going through this training, but I want to give you a little bit of an idea of what this really looks like and what it takes to be successful first. And then we'll kind of go into what you can expect, okay? So first of all, I feel like there are three common factors with all successful people in this business. And if you can capture those three common factors, then I can guarantee, I would say almost 100%, that you're going to be super successful with this, okay? So first one is pretty simple. It's just getting started right away. So if you're doing this training, you're doing a really good job, but what I'm talking about is not sitting around and waiting for your starter kit to start talking to people, not waiting until you know every single thing about this company to schedule your launch party. You know, just get started. That's something that I actually didn't do very well. I was very nervous. I let fear kind of drive me at first. And I remember watching a lot of videos and thinking that I was really working my business, whenever in reality, the only way to really work your business and to make money with this is to get customers and get teammates, and then they get customers and they get teammates, and actually building your business. That's where your paycheck is going to come from. So that means talking to people, doing parties and things like that. So even though training videos are awesome, they're not what we call income producing activities. So what I'm trying to say is get started right away with income producing activities. So basically getting your customers and getting your teammates, and really concentrate on that as much as you can. Okay, so number two is to be really consistent. And for this, I want to start talking about if you were to open like a traditional business. Okay, I always like to think of this as a traditional business. Like whenever I'm thinking about my perspective, and somebody kind of put things in this perspective for me at some point, and it really helped me to just have that perspective all of the time. So think about if you were to go and open up like a pizza shop or a flower shop or something that you're really passionate about. You would be really consistent with that. You know, like you wouldn't open your doors for like 2 days, close them for 3 days, open them for another 5 days, close them for 7 days, you know, just kind of do it whenever you feel like it. You would be really consistent with your hours so that people start to know that your business is open and they start to get excited about coming and getting your pizza. The other thing about being consistent with a business is that they get to know what you have available. So whenever I'm talking about being consistent, we've already, you know, like in your training, talked about social media. We've talked about talking to people, having parties, like wearing t-shirts, handing out blitz cards, like really just working your business every single day is what we mean whenever we're saying being consistent. So whenever I very first started, I had 2 kids at the time. Now I have 3, and I actually am, my 4th is on the way. So things are going to get even crazier. But I remember whenever I very first started, I thought I was like the busiest person in the world. And I don't think that anybody starts this thinking, wow, I just have so much extra time and I just don't know what to do with all this extra time. So I guess I'll start a business. Most of us are super busy, and that's why we're starting a business like this, that we know that we can work in our spare time and make money. And you can, but you have to work it in your spare time. You can't just say, well, maybe I'll do this, you know, every 2 weeks on a Saturday. It really does need to be every day for some amount of time. So whenever I started, I dedicated that I promised myself that I would give it at least 15 minutes per day, every single day, period. And that's what I've done. Literally every single day. I've been doing this for 3.5 years, and I have given at least 15 minutes per day daily. And at first, I remember it being about 15 minutes per day because my husband was not on board. My kids were crazy, like I didn't really know what I was doing yet. So I remember even fighting for those 15 minutes, but I put in the 15 minutes. My initial goal was $300 per month, and I made that $300 per month with that 15 minutes. Okay, that's kind of like hobby money. That is, just being super consistent. Like, that's all you really need. Now that I'm making a full-time income, triple diamond, and, have a lot of people under me, then, it kind of grows, and you do start to work it into your everyday life even more so. But really, especially at first, just try to get it into your bones that this is your business and you're going to work it every single day. So actually, I think that that's one of the biggest things is then you're actually working your business. So then if somebody asks you, hey, what have you been up to lately? You can really say, hey, I've been working this business. It's awesome. I'm already making money. I only have to do it, a few minutes each day, and it's totally in my spare time from my phone. And you can just have a real conversation with somebody about how you're really just working your business in your spare time. So that is kind of a non-negotiable. Get into a real routine with that. It'll become more of who you are, and then you will be so much more successful. I've talked to so many people, and I've coached a lot of people, and the people who work this every single day see fruits. The people who kind of like skip around and like sometimes do it, sometimes don't, they don't. Okay, so it's very real, but every single person that's at the top of this company, I promise you, they work their business every single day. Okay, so number 3 is the most important. So really turn on your listening ears right now. This is the most important thing that you can possibly learn and remember about your business. It is all about mentality, okay? So I would say about 100% of your business is mentality, because even if a lot of it is action, the mentality behind your action is everything. Okay, so you are, as of now, whenever you signed up, you are a business owner. You are an entrepreneur. Okay, so really start getting into that mindset. You're a business owner. And I don't think that there's any business owner on earth, not just in this company, but on earth that is successful, that did not think that they would be successful. So if somebody is at the top of this company or any company or a CEO or whatever, that person, I promise you, thought, I can be successful. I can be a CEO. I can be at the top of this company. Like, I can do this. That's how it happens, okay? A successful business in any means is for sure all about perspective. So whenever I very first started, it took me a while to get that perspective, but it made all the difference. So my first couple of weeks, like I said, I was very fear-driven. I didn't really want to post on Facebook. I remember, just kind of saying no to some things. I didn't want to go to meetings. I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't want to post on Facebook. I didn't want to have a party. Like, I was just I was super afraid of everything. And also I remember specifically telling my husband that if I wasn't making money in 2 months, that I would quit. And that I would just be done. And I would just go back about my life, and everything would go back to the way that it was before. And I remember whenever I heard my very first no from my best friend, and she shot me down, like totally cold. And I remember that mentality kind of creeping in and saying, oh, maybe I should just give this 2 months. Maybe she is right. Maybe I'm really not going to make any money with this. Maybe I am crazy. And I kind of just let that fear start creeping in. And thank goodness, like I said, I didn't want to go to any meetings, but my enroller, Brianne Burtness, she kind of made me go to one. And I went to one meeting, and there was a girl up there talking just like I'm talking to you right now. And all she said was, and she's a top earner, she was presidential diamond at the time. She has I don't remember how many kids she has, but she has kids. She was working full time. She was in grad school full time. So she had a really busy life, and she had built herself to presidential in less than a year. She was making so much money, quitting her job, all this kind of stuff. And all she said was, you can do this. Like, if I can do this, you can do this. She said, I'm a normal person. I can do this. And I don't know what it was about that, but my mentality completely switched after I heard that from her for some reason. And I went from, maybe this isn't for me, maybe I can't do this, maybe I will quit in a couple of months, to, oh my gosh, I realize what I have my hands on. I realize that people are making real money with this, and they are normal. And if they can do this, then I can do this too. And not only am I going to do it, but I'm going to be a millionaire. And so I just keep going. Like, I am going to make a lot of money with this. And that's what I went home and told my husband. And that's what I started telling every single person that I came across. And my mentality just switched from a failure mentality to a success mentality. And guess what? I became successful. And it's because I really, really, truly believed it. And I still do. So if you can just truly believe in yourself and in this company and in what you have your hands on, then I promise you, that takes you so much further than learning anything else. There is no self-help book. There is nothing else that you could possibly learn that would be more important than just having that mentality toward your business. So along with that, kind of goes into what to expect, okay? Because, I think a lot of people, I remember joining and I was just like, I hope that people just come running to me. I hope that people just come running, hearing that I'm selling these wraps, and they just run to me, and then I'm a millionaire. You just want it to be basically a get rich quick thing, or, just super easy. I think everybody wants it to be easy, and it is, compared to, working a full-time job, or, working for minimum wage, or putting your kids in daycare. It is, what I make for what I do with this company is, it far outweighs, I can't even believe what I can make with this business versus the amount of effort I put in. It's not even comparable. But it's not without effort, it's not without kind of sweat and tears. It is still a business that you're building from the ground up. So first of all, you have to get out over that hump of being from the ground, and kind of go up. And then get to this kind of smooth sailing over here is what we're all going for. So it has been, I do treat it like a business, and I treat it like I'm a business owner. But like I said, it is by far, you can make more money with this business than you could, with any traditional business, especially what you would be investing money-wise and stuff into it. So it is easy, but at the same time, don't fall into wow, I put in a little bit of effort and I only made $2 or $0. My very first paycheck was $46. So it wasn't anything to write home about. But at the same time, I was ecstatic about that because I hadn't really done that much. I'd only gotten a few customers, and I had only started, I just started, and I was making $46. I was able to fill up my gas tank with that, buy a few extra groceries with that. That's like a movie ticket, like a date or something like that. I was stoked. And then I also saw that I could take that $46 and make it $400 per month, and then $4,000 per month. The sky is the limit with how much you can earn with this business. And that's what I did, by just doing the same thing that I was doing over and over and over again. So whenever you're going along, I want you to know that there are a few things that are just normal. Okay, you are going to talk to hopefully everybody you know. And I don't even know, I can't count on my fingers, but some normal things are, you are going to hear no from people. You are going to get ignored by people. And if you post on Facebook, people are not going to flock to you. Those are just normal. Like, that literally happens to every single person that starts this business. And if you have the opposite happen and nobody says no to you and all that kind of stuff, then you are the lucky person. Just thank your lucky stars. But mine was just like that. You know, I heard no quite a few times, especially at first. I had 10 people that were supposed to come to my launch party, and only 2 people showed up. I, got ignored a lot whenever I would message people. Nobody ever liked or commented on my post. If you ever see anybody commenting on my post now, it's because of the amount of friends I have. I just have a lot more friends now. So those are just some things to kind of just be aware of, and don't let that like wear you out. Like, at first, like I said, that kind of did. And I'm so glad I changed my mentality to, okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying or not saying, or, like who is supporting me, who's not. It's all about the fact that I just know that I can do this. I know that there are people out there that want this. And then whenever you start switching it like that, or like falling in love with the products, falling in love with the business, then it's sad when people don't want to try the products. It's like, wow, this could really help you. That's sad that you don't want to try it, or you don't want to start the business. Wow, that's really sad, because honestly, this could make you a lot of extra money. But just remember, I always try to turn around to their perspective. Not everybody is going to want what you're selling. That's just life. In life, if every single person wanted it, then this would not be a good opportunity, because then anybody could sell it. Anybody could make, like millions of dollars with it, and it would already be like totally saturated. The reason it's such a good opportunity is because not every single person wants to do this with you, and not every single person wants to buy this from you. So even though it seems like, that's sad, it actually is what makes it such a good opportunity, because if you're the one that will keep going past those things, then you're the one that's going to make a lot of money with this. And not every single person in the world can make a lot of money with this. So kind of just always thinking about like that. Then the other thing is to just realize that people are going to reflect what you're reflecting in your business. Okay, that's kind of a really important part too. If you're excited, they're going to be excited. If you are kind of wishy-washy, then they're going to be really wishy-washy. If you are, convinced you're going to be a millionaire, then they're going to be like, wow, I want to be a millionaire with you. I mean, that happened to me so many times. So, and even whenever you are getting told no, if you turn that around and just be like super excited, and not scary excited, but just like, okay, like no worries, chat with you later or whatever. I've had a lot of people come back to me and say, you know what, I do want to do that. Like maybe it just wasn't their time then, maybe they let fear get in the way, whatever. But if you just keep being super excited and on fire and just know that you're going to be able to do this, then it's going to come across that way. And then even people who say no to you, they'll come around. Okay. I think that's pretty much all my points. So that kind of gives you an idea of what it really takes to be successful. It is simple, but at the same time, that mentality part is everything. The consistency part is everything. And then just what to expect in your business. Okay. There are some things that you're not going to like, but at the same time, if you can get past those things, I promise you, you're going to be so successful. If you need anything at all, get with me, but this is the start of your journey. Like, this is like you going out and really getting started in this. Okay. So, good luck, and just keep your enroller really close. Keep me really close, and you tell yourself every single day, like, I can do this. I can do this, because I promise you, you can. All right. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.